Say, like, every plant that I get, it always dies. So this is my first one. I'm gonna try to keep living. I think I'll be okay. I think I'm gonna be a good plant mom. You're supposed to like breathe on it. This won't leave me like my boyfriend did because it likes to be smothered. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Shauna and I am 23. I always forget how old I am because I feel like once you hit 22 or maybe even 21, because that's the only age that matters, you forget. So the early 20s like kind of like bleed together. I'm turning 24 in May. This is my YouTube channel. You guys are in my apartment. I live in downtown LA and I'm just kind of on this journey of self-discovery and trying to claim my power or figure out what that is, and I kind of want to take you guys along with me. So I am very excited to start this YouTube channel and I hope you enjoy. So just for a disclaimer, I am not an expert on this at all. I'm just sharing my experience of disclaimer, I am a mess. A huge disclaimer is I am not an expert on anything. I don't claim to know what I'm doing, and that's something you'll find, and I'm just trying my best and trying to explore different ways of feeling powerful and confident in myself, and that's basically what this channel is. Okay, so what got me into this kind of stuff? I am in LA, so yes, this is kind of a trend right now, is that everyone goes to fucking House of Intuition and gets their crystals and talks about chakras, and everyone sages their house. I know the Kardashians sage their house. This all started like when I was 7 years old. I had a grandma. I used to go spend weekends at her house, and we would go and she would take me to go like look for fairies, and like we'd go on train rides, and she used to always tell me I was a witch. She gave me a rose quartz when I was like 7 years old, and she used to just talk about the difference between white magic and black magic, and she would always tell me to always be in the light, like no matter what. Don't even fuck with anything besides white magic. And at the time I had no idea what she was talking about because I was 7 and I thought witches were Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and I always knew that there was some kind of power that existed. As I grew up, I kind of went away from that, and recently, with certain changes in my life, I've decided to come back to what my grandma taught me or what I grew up with knowing. I also had a period in time in the 2nd grade where I convinced all my friends that I was a witch. And so this is something that's been like with me my entire life, but it's not something that I talk about, and it's not something that I've ever explored because honestly I think it's scary. It's scary. I think there's a quote by Marianne Williamson that says like, we are not worried about our inadequacies, we're more worried about our power, and we're all powerful beyond measure, but that's kind of what is the scariest part. And I think that is where I've been in my life, is where I've been really afraid of myself and afraid of learning my self-worth and learning about myself because I just didn't really like myself. And I think that I have been feeling the need to tap into some of that power. I am trying to rediscover and reinvent myself, and I kind of just want to document it because I know a lot of other people struggle with it and struggle with trying to feel their best no matter what. A lot of times we feel good, but it's because of something that happened to us. And I think with being a witch, it's really about feeling good regardless of whatever could happen to you. You know, you don't have to get that job. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if that guy texts you back. It doesn't matter. Like, anything can happen to you and you are still okay. And that's really what being a witch means to me, or being spiritual, or being tapped into a higher power. It's knowing that you are good. Like, you're good regardless of anyone else or anything else. It's empty. There's no tea in here. So I got kind of into it when I was 18, 19, and then I got really sick and almost died and had to come back. And for 2 years, like, I had to live with my parents, and that was probably my rock bottom in my entire life, like, just mentally and emotionally and spiritually. I was so tapped out and so not available for any kind of source or magic or whatever you want to call it. And then when I moved out, I became obsessed and preoccupied with trying to be amazing for someone else. And now that I'm kind of just on my own, I also see like the amount of strength that I have, and I've just gotten really back into my self-development and self-reflection, and that's kind of how I've gotten back into all of this stuff. And now I'm alone, and all I have is this little plant. The plant's name is Lotus, even though it's a succulent. Anyways, yeah, so this channel is really just about like me discovering myself and discovering what self-worth is, or what that actually means, because everyone talks about it, right? Everyone goes to seminars and self-help seminars and reads the books and buys a rose quartz and thinks that their heart's gonna be magically healed. And that's just, it's talking, and this channel is just about how to practice it. Like, how do we feel good all the time? And that's my goal. How do I feel good? How do I feel confident? How do I feel secure in myself all the time? What does being a witch mean, and what does that mean? Because when I say that word, a lot of people are going to be turned off and scared, and I understand that, because witch is like a word that you use that has like this shock value attached to it. But really, when I say witch, I mean spiritual being, and I mean it's just a synonym for like confidence and for being yourself and feeling proud of yourself. I use the word witch, but it also goes hand in hand with spirituality and good energy. It's whatever you want to say. If you want to replace my word witch with God, if you want to replace it with Buddha, if you want to replace it with fucking goldfish, if you just believe yourself, because that's basically what this is. It's just about manifesting power within yourself. If you want to say that it's you who is this source, then say that. It doesn't matter. It's just a word, and it just means being attached to something higher, to something greater. There is also just power in the word witch. When you hear witch, you automatically think of some badass, like Beyonce. Like, that's what you think of, is Beyonce. And I think we all have the opportunity to be Beyonce, so that's kind of what being a witch is. When I think of witches, I think of a group of women just being the most powerful and badass versions of themselves. Does bitch come from the word witch? Because I feel like that word was designed as a way to demean and take away females' power. And if you think about it, like the Salem witch trials, and when witches were burned at the stake, like that was a piece of history, and that actually happened. And that was a way for men to use the only power that they really have over us, which is physical strength, and they're stronger or whatever physically, and to silence women. And I mean, that has constantly been happening throughout history, and it still is men constantly want to silence women. And so I think that word probably came from some man calling a witch a bitch. I mean, I totally went off on a tangent, and that had nothing to do with what I was answering. But yes, witches just symbolize female empowerment. You don't have to be a female to be a part of this channel. I mean, there's just certain special people, and that's what you guys are, special people. And that's what this is just a community for special people who feel the need to be better versions of themselves, and to look in the mirror and say, you know, like, I lack in this area. This is how I want to show up better for myself and for the people I love. That's what this channel is about, and that's you watching me do that and look in the mirror and see where I went wrong and trying to become powerful out of that. That's what you can expect from this channel, and I'm really excited. I have a lot of cool content that I looking forward to filming. And if you could subscribe. And my Instagram is Shauna That Witch. It'll probably be somewhere in this area. I look forward to continuing this journey, and I look forward to documenting it, and I look forward to you doing it too. And that's what a witch is. And I am that witch. So bye. Just finished filming, and it was really fun and really exciting. And I think I'm covering the microphone on this. Yeah, it was really fun and really exciting, and I'm just excited to speak, because I feel like for so long my problem has been with not speaking up or feeling like I couldn't speak up, and now I finally am. I'm sorry, I'm fucking vain. I can't stop looking at myself. I'll try this again later. Bye.